morning and welcome to Show Me St. Louis. I'm Mary Coltrider.
And I'm Malik Wilson. Thanks for tuning in. And for those of you watching on 5+, we thank you as well.
Well, today we certainly have your daily dose of good news.
That's right, and we are starting today celebrating the life of the civil rights icon, Martin Luther King Jr.
The life and legacy of MLK is being celebrated with events around the nation. His work to end segregation and racism through nonviolence earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. Every year on MLK Day, the federal government closes and citizens across the U.S. take part in a day of service.
That's right, except for us newsies here. But there are plenty of ways to celebrate the civil rights icon across the region, which we're doing here in studio, including a day-long event at the Missouri History Museum.
And joining us live, we have African American history specialist Julia Clark. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Okay, so we have a full list of events, Julia. We've kind of been chit-chatting about them. Take us through what's going on today. I mean, there is so much that people can enjoy.
I know, there's really something for everyone. And we're starting off the day with some crafts, with storytelling. Some of those crafts I brought with me, and they all focus around what is being in community and being a community member. One of MLK's main principles. And then we also have storytelling. We'll be reading the book I Am the Spirit of Justice, as well as others. We also have an activist panel, which I'm excited about because it features intergenerational activists here from St. Louis, including Judith Gladney. Not sure if y'all know of her, but she was one of the first students to integrate University City High School. And so we are fully aware that activists are still living, and we're living through Black history, and the legacy of MLK continues.
And we were looking at some of those crafts, and what I love too about them is you mentioned something for everyone. So talking about the community, having the panel for the adults, and that's really what this stems from.
Exactly. Now I know you have a long stint, studying Africana studies. And, bringing that here to St. Louis, studying abroad, but what does this mean to you to, at a city such as St. Louis with such rich history, what does this mean to you to be able to spearhead this now a year and a half at the Missouri History Museum?
You know, it means so much to me. I feel like now more than ever, people need to know that Black history is American history. You can't separate the two. And St. Louis is so richly entrenched in Black history, even through our exhibits like the Mill Creek Black Metropolis exhibit that just opened. And I really want people to fall in love with St. Louis history and fall in love with St. Louis Black history and know that some of these civil rights icons that have pushed our entire country forward are from right here. And you yourself can be a civil rights leader in your own way.
And the History Museum, I mean, you guys do such a great job at this. I want to also touch on, we were so excited to see, we were like, there's a yoga practice? Tell us about this.
Pronounce the word for us.
So ahimsa is a practice of nonviolence that actually MLK learned himself through his kind of international civil rights activism, right? And so ahimsa is a practice of nonviolence and also centering yourself. And so today we're working with the Collective St. Louis, which is a Black yoga collective that will come and really allow a space for reflection, meditation, and for just peace through yoga. And it really fills up our entire museum with such a wonderful energy. And make sure you bring your own yoga mats too.
Julia, really quick, so that's 4:30 to 5:45.
Yes.
You guys are offering cookies as well.
We are. So we have
cookies. So come on out.
We have cookies and community at 4:30, and then the yoga practice will start at 5.
Okay, that is my type of yoga. Now, Julia, for all of these events, tell us, can we just show up? How do we attend?
So everything we do at the History Museum is free of charge. You can show up, and at any time, we have activities throughout the entire day. You can show up and join us at any point, and we would love to have you. Also, if you're looking for a different type of movement than yoga, we also have the movement workshop with Mama Lisa. That's with kids, and they can kind of get some of their energy out on this cold day as well.
Yes. Well,
I know this has been a weekend long. How has the participation been? Has it? We have 30 seconds here. Participation been good?
It's been incredible. We had a program on Friday with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra honoring Black composers, and we actually had to turn people away because it was so packed.
That's good.
And so the St. Louis community really is showing showing up for us, and we're so grateful.
Yeah,
That's
well,
great.
Julia, we appreciate you coming here today and sharing a little bit more. Now, you can find all of these events on their website. Again, they're going on throughout the entire day, especially if you have some kids at home. As she mentioned, some great opportunities while they're off school to be able to learn something new as well as get involved in their own community. Visit kck.com/showme for more.